Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how we put the rucksack together. So I've made a rucksack, I've got all the measurements and I will give them to you right at the end. I've made two sizes. I've done a small one which I've used many occasions to make my own grandchildren rucksacks. Great for taking them to school. And then what I've done is I've just put it on a folded paper and made it a bit bigger, so I've got two sizes and I will have both the sizes right at the end for you, just to show you. This is the small size that I have made with straps, hoop. You've got zip pocket at the front, two pockets at the side, and then inside it's all lined, and you've got two pockets on either side of your lining, so it can be useful, and then zip to seal it up with. So that's the small size, and then we've made the bigger size again, exactly the same way. I've got a zip at the front, two pockets at the side so you can put your juices or whatever. So you've got two pockets on either side. You've got your straps and hoop at the back, and again on the inside it's a zip on top, and then on the inside it's all lined, and then you've got a deep pocket on one side, and then I've got two pockets on the other side, ideal to put your phone or glasses or whatever, and then zipped again. So that's the two sizes that I have made, a child and a grown-up, and I will have the measurements for you at the end. First of all, we need to get all our pieces together. Once you've cut your pattern and you've overlocked it or zigzagged it all around the edges, this is how we're going to do the straps, and this is the loop. There's two ways that you can do your straps. One would be to turn it inside out and then do it in half, stitch the corner here and then stitch all the way going up, and then what you would have to do, you would have to put something like a needle or something and try and push it through, and that's quite hard. The other way is you get your cut material, and then what you do is fold it in half, press it. Once you've pressed it, you've got a line in the middle. Open it up and then take the two ends to meet the middle. So you get your end bit, go to the middle, iron that, and then take the other side, go to the middle and iron it on both sides, and then what you would do is fold it in half and then seal it that way by stitching all the way around, going up and coming down on the other side, so it's stitched this way. Both sides would be stitched. So that's the hoop, that's like the handle, and then you've got two straps. I'm just going to stitch them all now and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so we have gone round and stitched all the way round on both sides of our straps. The strap's ready, the loop's ready, and what we do now to attach them, you get one of your materials, which I've already fused it with the waddle, so you've got that hard to stiffen it up. What we will need to do is fold it in half, which I have already done, but I'll just show you. Fold it always in half, and then what you do is snip the centres. So just, I've already done it on the material, now I'm doing it on the tele bit. So you just make the centre, make a indication, and you do the same on the other side. So you fold it in half and just snip and snip to indicate where your centres are. So you get your one of the pieces, which is going to be your back piece, with the hoop. So get your hoop, put it down right where the centre is. So where the centre is, you're just putting it on the other side. Get a pin and pin it right there, and then follow that through, turn it, and then put the other half on the other side of your centre line. Again, get a pin and pin it, so that's where it's going to be. And then your straps, you can even measure it. I just go by 3 fingers, so 1, 2, 3 fingers, and then I just put it on the other side, just there. Get a pin and pin it down. Again, on the other side, I'll do 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, and get the other strap on the other side. Pin that down. So now you've got the straps like that. What you want to do now is to follow it going, so you're not twisting it, so you pick it up and you just follow it along, and then right at the end you again mark it up and measure it. Now because this is striped one, then you can see where it's sitting at, so you just put it exactly the same position on the other side. Get a pin and pin it. Do the same on this side, so you know where it's going to sit. It's all ready, you've already got lines, so just put it like that and put it at the bottom. Get a pin and pin it down, and now you've got your where your strap's going to be. So take it to your machine and stitch it. As you're stitching these bits, just go backwards and forwards a few times. What I should have done is I should have cut this, there's a little bit of extra tether there, I should have just chipped that off. You can always do it later though. Take it to your machine and just go backwards and forwards on it a few times to make it more secure. So up and down to make it secure. Go along to your straps. So that's how you would attach your straps to the back of your bag. So when we finish off with it, it's going to be like this. So go ahead and stitch the other side as well. Okay, the straps are all done now. So you've got your straps done. Put that aside, and now get your other piece of material, which would be your front. And again, we've already marked it up by doing cuts, snips where the centres are. From the centre, grab your your pocket, which is going to be here. Just fold that in half so you've got indication where your half's going to be. So we've got a crease there to our centre here, which is just about there. Right, so we've centred where our pocket's going to be, but you only need to have have facing right way to right way, two facing together. Put it down in the centre. You might just need to get a couple of pins to hold your material in place. Choose your zip that you're going to have. So we will have it here. We're going to have it here. You'll have a piece hanging left over, and that's because on the end we're going to stitch it there to hold the two bits together to make a pocket. So where your zip's going to be, you need to mark it up. We're going to need to make a line where we need to make a hole in our pocket. You're going to need to have enough on both sides to stitch along there to hold your zip together. So this is so if we go to our centre, we won't do that now. So go to our centre, which is along this pink line. This is about 9, so we need 4.5 inches, which is about here. Yep, we're dead on the centre here. Just bring it down a bit so you've got enough gap for your pocket to be stitched on after. Then you need to get a marker, and we'll leave 1 inch on both sides. So from here to here, mark our line up. Just check with your zip on the end to make sure that you would have enough on both sides to pin your zip down, which we do. So now that we've made our first line, you need to just bring it down just slightly, say about say about 1 millimetre or whatever, just enough so that your teeth of your zip are showing. So once you've got that, you need to do your second line. Here we are. Can you see that? Just pin that down a minute first. So don't know if you can see that that I've just made. So we've got a rectangle there. We need to stitch that rectangle all the way around now. Take it to your machine. Just find where that beginning of that square begins. Put your pin right in it, then put your foot down and start stitching. When you get to that edge, leave your needle in it, lift your foot and turn it, and just stitch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave your needle, turn it round. And stitch it along the other opposite line now. To the same, leave your needle, turn it round. We need to go one more stitch. Just one more stitch around to make it equal. Right. Put your foot down and you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just back stitch. And stop. Once you've stitched your square, take your pins out. Right, so what you need to do now is fold this in half, and where you've got your stitched square right in the middle there, put your scissors and just do little slits enough to push your scissors in it. So right in the center we've made a little slit. Get your scissors, poke it through that slit and start cutting towards the end. Just before you get to the end you need to stop. Just before you get to the end, just stop and turn your scissors at an angle to meet that corner. So you're going from corner to corner and just cut right at the corner of that stitch, but not into the stitch, just at that corner. So then come back and do the same on the other side. So we're just going from center to corner and not in the stitch, so you've just got like a triangle shape you've made there. Turn it around and do exactly the same on the other side. So again, keep cutting. Just before you get to the end you need to stop, turn your scissors at an angle and go to that corner and stop, then come back and do the same on the other side. Once you've done that, you need to get your material and push it all the way through that opening. And then what you need to do is go to your iron and just give it a good press, because this is quite stiff, so you need to have that folding over quite nicely. So I would take it to the iron now and just give it a little press so that you've opened that because you've got a teller on the back of the material, it's quite stiff, so you do need to press it with an iron. So I'm going to go ahead now and and press that, because otherwise it just won't open up. So you need to press it down so you get that material inside, like so. And then once we do that, then we'll be able to put our zip and stitch our zip with our zip foot. So I'm going to go and give it a press now. You do the same. So I've just pressed it, as you can see. So when we turn it right way, you've got a nice clear opening. So it's nicely pressed. And that way it's easy for us to put our zip inside. Where's my zip gone now? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and stitch my zip, and I think what I'm going to do, this isn't the one, but I just wanted to show you. So basically that zip's going to be sitting inside, and all you're going to have is the teeth showing up. The only thing is that you've got to be careful as you're stitching on the edges. Be careful with your needles not to break your needle with the zipper. These are plastic, so they'll be fine. And also making sure that you pull your zip open as you go along, so you don't have it stitched on the other side, so it's left, so that you will be able to pull it and it's not stuck on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this now, but what I'll do is I'll have little videos done to show you how to do each piece individually, like how to put the pockets, how to do the zip. Otherwise it's just going to be too long, the video. And then what we'll do, once I attach the zip, we're going to close it at the back without getting hold of your material, lifting it up and stitching it all along there, coming up and then stitching it down there, lifting up so you don't catch your material, and then you'll have a inside pocket. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now we've got our pocket, zip pocket done here as well. So the next piece you're going to do, after you've done we've done the back and we've done the front, put them aside and get your zip panel. Get your zip ready. Change your zip foot. You need 2 pieces of your lining material and 2 pieces of your front facing material. You need to do, again, fold your material and your lining in the middle and do snips to indicate where your half is. So once you've folded them over, just snip at the corners so that you know where the centres are. Again, with your material as well, just half it and then do little snips on both of them. This helps us lining up our centres. Now we need to do the same in the zip as well. So you don't want to cut your zip, but you want to make a mark. So just indicate roughly where the half is, and then just mark it with a pen or a chalk like this. So I've just made marks on both sides. So now what you need to do is take one of your materials and one of your lining. Put your material facing up, and then you need to get your zip. The front of your zip is where the handle of your zip is, so this is your front. So turn that facing your material, where we've indicated where the centre is, mark it up, put it down, and do the same with your zip. Open up your zip, the right way, facing the right way. get your centre and put it down. So we're working on the bottom side of our material and lining, and then once you've got your centres together, get a pin and just mark it there, and then go ahead and pin. I think I'll do a zip video as well, so it shows you how to do a panel, so I won't do it now, but you can hit the link and watch how I do it. Okay, I have now put the zip on our zip panel and top stitched it, so that's your panel done. Like I said, I'll have a link. If you don't know how to put a zip on, I'll have a link for you to click on and watch how to sew that. Right, next thing, we've done our front pocket on the front of the bag, back of the bag. We've got our straps and loop. We've done the top panel of our bag, which is the zip panel, so that will go around like so on top. And now we need to have the bottom panel. This is the bottom panel that we're going to have now, and then the two will meet on the end. So that's the bottom panel, which we're going to do now. Like I said, both ends has pockets, so I've put a pocket on both sides of our bottom panel. So now once that's done, we've got the bottom panel, and we're going to do our two pockets that's going to be on the sides. So I'll have the pockets done, and then how you would measure up whereabouts you're going to have your pockets, I will come back and show you. First of all, I'm just going to do the pockets first. So you've got a lining and front material, so you need to, again, I'll have a link showing you how to do the pockets, but I'm just going to go ahead and do them there. Okay, I have stitched the pockets, turned them right way round, so we've got two pockets to be attached on our side of our bag. We need to find exactly where we're going to indicate where the pocket's going to go. So take one of your pieces, again, find your centres, so fold up your panel and do slits on either side. So that's your centre. We've already marked up our centre on our back panel. What you want to do is turn that facing, the two facing together, get to the centre, two centres, and then pin it right there. And what we need to do is work round this to see where we're going to be having our pocket. So basically, by pinning it down and going round, so you can see where you've got your corner bits finishing on the panel. Once you do that, then you can see where your pocket needs to go. So you'll be here, and then we've got enough for our zip to be, panel to be there. So once you've indicated where it's safe to put your pocket, in which case it's just right here, then we can unpick these. Just put a pin where the pocket's going to be. Take your pins out. So now we know where the pocket's going to be. It's going to be here. We've already marked it with a pin. needs to be this way. You're going to have edge to edge, and then you're going to have edge to edge on the other side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have, you could have had it flat, but I wanted to give it a bit of depth so you can put your juice there, your water bottle. So what you're going to do is you're going to make two little pleats, one going one way and then the other going the other way. So you'll have a pleat as you're stitching this. Let's get this off. So we're going to stitch this, our pocket there, putting two pleats down the bottom and stitching it across here so that we've got our a depth in our pocket. So now that you've marked it one, you need to fold it up in half and place your other pocket exactly the same place. So just mark it up where it needs to go, and then just get your pins and pin it edge to edge. And then the other edge, two edges together. And then go ahead and stitch it. Stitch the sides and then stitch the bottom by putting two pleats like so. Don't forget, this is the opening. This is how it's going to be. So this is the side that you want to leave open. Just stitch down the bottom, and likewise on the other side as well. So that's going to be the top, and that's going to be down the bottom. So stitch along there first and then stitch down the bottom, giving yourself two pleats. I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now we've got all our patterns, all our pieces together. That's your bottom and that's your top. So now what we need to do is go ahead and attach them to our panels. So it doesn't matter, take either one of them. That's your bottom of your bag. Take your bottom panel, face it, so say it's facing each other. Put a pin right in the center. Then what you